Hi, Sue Wilson. I've got a lovely peacock card to share with you using the new Plumage Background. And I'm going to show you how to put the peacock together too. We will be using a couple of different dies. This is the Proud Peacock set, and you can see here's the base of the peacock with the feather. So we're going to show you how to put that all together. This is the matching plumage background, and it's basically feathers. As you can see, it's quite a pretty design, but you can cut it out and use pieces of it too if you like. And we're going to be doing a frame with the double-stitched squares here from our Noble collection as well. So I've done the plumage background out of a piece of pixie powdered background here, and we've used some of the midnight blue and the peacock green, which I thought was appropriate. A little bit of your purple in there too. Now I've done pixie powders millions of times on videos, so I thought just to show a little bit or save a little bit of time, I would just show it already done. So I've gone ahead and done a piece that is 6 3/4 inches square, and I've cut the plumage background out of that. So what I want to do is I'm going to back that, and I've got a piece of coconut white card that has a sticky adhesive sheet on it. Let me just get the edge of this started. There we go. Peel that backing off. Now I find it's easier to do it this way. As long as you've got something that's not a piece of card underneath you, you can take and push it down upside down. Get that on there. And then make sure it's stuck really well using the waxy side to the backing paper. Okay, and I'm going to bring in a piece of, this is just vellum to put underneath me, and use some of the frosted sparkle Glitterbitz, and that will fill in all that exposed adhesive, give you a really nice shine. This is definitely my favorite glitter. I use this constantly. It rarely leaves my desk, in fact. And just give it a little burnish into place. Tap all the extra off. There we go. And pop that right back into the container. Okay. Set that to the side. So now our background is done. I am going to add a border to that, a frame over that. Let me just get the extra bit of the glitter off of there. Get a quick wipe down. I've gone ahead and cut it out of the double stitch squares. I've added some mounting foam. Now the actual base of this is larger than the frame, so I'm going to have a little bit of that pixie powder showing on the outside as well. There we go. And I'm just going to try and lean over and line it up. That looks okay. You can always trim it a little bit if you're off at the very end, but I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and put it onto my base, and with all that color in my background, back to white on white, because I just think that that makes more sense, so it doesn't take away from your pretty pixie powder background there. Put that into place, and we will come back to that in a few minutes. Okay? So now I've gone ahead and cut the peacock. So that's basically what it looks like when it's cut. I'm going to do a little inking, so I'm going to bring in my favorite peacock colors here. Blueprint Sketch, peacock feathers, of course, and forest moss. Take the lids off of these. Now let's start with the peacock. So I basically am just going to kind of give it a little bit of color, and we're going to cover most of this, so it's not even got to be anything in particular. There we go. Give it a little bit of a base. Oop, there we go. I'm going to bring in some of the blue around the top and a little bit on the front here, maybe towards the wings, and you can even use the tip here if you want to just go into that wing area, whatever you like. And the little bit of the green, kind of just blend it in just to give him some color. Now I've gone ahead and done a bunch of the feathers. They come also in a row on your die, and you cut a bunch all together at the same time. So there is a base for my peacock. And you'll probably need to cut several rows of the feathers, and it's kind of up to you however you want to do it. There are a couple different sizes here. Some larger ones. Now I personally find it's a bit easier to go in and do the larger ones first, so I'm going to just put a little bit of glue, and I'm going to put it on the top here. And in fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this off, and put it right on the tip of this piece. Oh, still not behaving. That should do the trick, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go in and put it on the tip of that. I'm going to bring it in and pop it underneath and just give it a second to hold. In fact, let's just dig out all the larger ones here. You can mix up the sizes if you prefer to. Okay, a little bit on the tips. In fact, I think I can probably do it this way. Get them all gluey. Speed it up a little bit. This does dry fairly quickly, so I'm just going to start with that. Get my Peacock, pop that into place, and just sort of push it into place a little bit. Hold it from the back, some of the larger ones, and just, you can go into either of those holes. It's really nice. So you can make it fuller if you prefer. In fact, I think I'll go into that one there. Give him a nice pretty tail. There we go. In fact, I'll go into that one. Okay. And let's see, there's a couple bigger ones back here I missed. Get a hold of those. Pop that in. There we go. And there, but I'm quite happy with this. I think that makes a nice little peacock there. Give that a second. Isn't that pretty? So I'm just going to cut a little piece of mounting foam off of here and put that right on the back. In fact, that's probably a little big. Pop that on. Bring over our frame. And we are going to seat that beautiful peacock right on the edge there. Okay, and for the sentiment, I'm going to use the beautiful Friends that comes in the Proud Peacock, but I'm going to cut it out of a little extra piece of our pixie powdered background. Let me grab that die. Give it a quick run through. Okay, so we can just match that up with the background really nicely. Make sure we've got all of our little bits out of there. And I'm going to give it a quick spray. So I've cut 2 of these out of white and just stacked them on top of each other for a little bit of dimension. Get that on there. You can offset it a little if you like. There we go. And quick spray on the back. And I've done a little bit of royal blue and white. Just going to put that right into the middle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's try that again. There we go. Give it a little press. And a piece of mounting foam on the back here. Just to raise that up. And because we've got the glitter there, you want to be sure and add some glue. Otherwise it won't stay for very long. And I'm going to pop that right up in the corner here. Give that a second. And how pretty is that? I just love the way that peacock comes out, don't you? Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget our YouTube channel is there. There's so many more for you to watch. And I am now on Instagram at Sue Wilson Crafter.